Thanks, Shelley. And thanks, everyone. And yeah, look, I'll put my timer on again because I love talking about this, but at the same time, I am mindful that it's been a long day for everybody here. It's been a long 2 days. And the only sad thing about the 2 days is that I wasn't able to, for me, I wasn't able to be here today much to hear all the wonderful ideas, but to hear the conversations and see the presentations from so many dedicated professionals. If anything, and yesterday for me was just a wonderful day. These conferences always remind me of how little I know in this space, even though I feel like I've been working here within this space for a long time. But it also reminds me when I look out and see so many familiar faces of the importance of the work we're doing in this space and the importance on one of the key things that for me came out of yesterday, but just in working in this space is about collaboration and relationships with the amazing people that work in this industry. And I mean, what better way to finish on with Damien's presentation to show that value of collaboration across disciplines from that high level master planning down to that fine grain of the shop blasting at the end. It's just such a great demonstration of that collaboration that we need across industries, across disciplines, across people to achieve the outcomes that we want to see, many of which are outlined here today, some absolutely fantastic ideas. And I just also want to thank all the people that have been involved, in particular Stormwater WA, Australian Institute of Landscape Architects and IPWIA, and Shelley in particular for making this happen in this way. This today was very much inspired, this today and yesterday was inspired by an event that happened in Queensland, I think it was last year, and it was about bringing together the blue, the green and the grey. And I think as well, also in terms of some of the stories that Damien just told, we need to also bring in that cultural lens to all of these elements, and it just brings this richness into what we're doing. And I said yesterday when I presented, it's also a step in our reconciliation journey by healing the land through the projects we're doing is such an important part of reconciliation. And certainly when we look at how important water is in Aboriginal culture. So I guess with that, I mean, I could go off on many tangents because I love to go off on some tangents. I'm going to thank our sponsors, and they will come up soon, but that is Department of... Oh, next slide, I've got to click across. Yeah, you don't want to look at me when you're having to... I'll go back. Yes, so Department of Water and Environmental Regulation, the West Australian Planning Commission, New Waterways, Water Corporation, ooh, we're going too fast, Arup, Parcel and Atlan Stormwater. And yeah, really these conferences and events don't happen without our sponsors. So I really want to thank those people. And even as then I'm reminded, seeing the Dwyer logo, to also just to touch on that point of collaboration, because I know Wynne gave a talk earlier just in terms of that collaboration that was required to achieve Kep Katajan, Gabi Gatajan, what an amazing document that is. But I also am mindful of the years of collaboration that has led to that and the years of those relationships that I've mentioned. Certainly, and I'd say many people in the room might not be aware of, there's a group called the Water Sensitive Transition Network. If you want to get involved in that network, please, I'll sort of put Shelley forward as Deputy Chair, yep. But look, that's a group that I've been lucky to be a part of for many years. That's been a shining light in different parts of my career. But it's a group of champions that are passionate in this space. And through those champions and those relationships, I really see that we've been able to make change in this space. And while we recognise there's so much more change that does need to happen, I just certainly would advocate for you to get involved in that group or in other groups, because I also would like to say, yeah, if you have you're going to have opportunities, whichever stage you're at in your career, to influence these change, to make change, influence to make some of these ideas happen, and take those opportunities. And through the support and of those networks, there's strength there, and it can also just provide opportunities, but also opportunities for you to grow as well. And that's something I'm really mindful of, because we need to take all the opportunities we have to mentor and bring up younger people into this space, but also to support those champions, some of which I see in the room that have been just working so hard in this space for so many years. Look, I'll probably finish there because I'd like to go off on a whole other level of tangents there, and I am mindful of time. Everybody likes an early finish. But yeah, just want to say massive thank you to Shelley and her team at Urbaqua as well.